surprised at all. It's
Money Mayweather.
It's who he is. I've always thought that he's a horrible person. And this is every bit of
fortunate because, saying Floyd Money Mayweather, surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that did happen. So I'm sure it'll come eventually, right? I realized, okay, I'm being strung along. This is a classic. Hey, buddy, you're the new guy in this industry. We're going to puppeteer you however we want. Hop on for the ride and shut up. Instead of shutting up, I make fun of him on social media and let everyone know that he doesn't have any money. I kind of joke and I'm facetious and I point the finger at Floyd. Well, I don't know if it's his fault. Maybe a little bit, but something tells me Floyd doesn't control where the money goes. Or maybe he does. I don't know. And I don't really care.
The boxing community has started reacting to the latest claims about Mayweather. Some critics call him a broke dreamer, while others say he shows what is wrong in boxing. Here is how pro fighters are reacting to Mayweather problems.
Ooh, it's a tough one. I'm trying to understand, as a real estate person myself, what exactly he is communicating when he's saying that he owns this, because they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't. But what it seems like is that he owns shares of these buildings, and it's a larger, it's part of an investment that he did on his own.
Khan said that some people and groups are offering big amounts of money to famous public figures, so they will make public statements or posts that support Israel. He explained that he and his wife were also given similar offers, but they refused because he did not want to support or promote war. At the same time, he mentioned Mayweather and his very public pro-Israel posts and appearances and strongly suggested that Mayweather may have accepted such an offer because he needed the money.
Join me in expressing heartfelt gratitude to Magen David Adom, the Israel response team. No matter who you are, gender, race, or religion, they are there to provide elite medical care and support. With over 30,000 dedicated volunteers from diverse backgrounds, they are the true heroes of Israel Emergency Response Team. In these tough times, let's rally together and support.
Marks come as more people question Mayweather's financial situation. In 2023, reports said his name appeared in lawsuits connected to a failed real estate project worth about $400 million. Other civil cases have also claimed unpaid debts, questionable promotion deals, and missed appearances, which have led many to believe his financial empire may not be as strong as it once looked. For Amir Khan, who has always spoken openly about difficult topics in boxing, these issues give important background. He believes Mayweather's recent actions, such as taking part in small-risk but high-paying exhibition fights and making political endorsements, show a man dealing with money problems rather than a smart businessman still fully in control. Khan spoke very directly in an interview and said karma is a B, while pointing to Mayweather's long history of showing off his wealth, buying many luxury cars and traveling with bags full of cash even during hard times around the world like today.
Arnold Schwarzenegger, limited edition AP, all factory, 1.8 million right here. The $20 bills section. We like to call this the Andrew Jackson section, but I like to call it wallpaper.
Oscar de la Hoya did more than take a simple shot at Mayweather, he went much deeper. When he called Floyd's recent exhibitions a very bad show, he was not talking about entertainment or even boxing itself. He was speaking about legacy, respect, and decline. Floyd, who was once seen as the model of smart business and greatness in the ring, now appears like a figure stuck in a repeating cycle of desperation, traveling to places like Dubai, Nigeria, and Japan just to put on gloves for exhibition fights that few people even wanted. Many arenas look half empty, the opponents are often internet stars or retired fighters, and the whole event feels more like a circus than a serious contest. His words sounded calm, direct, and serious because he has watched this story happen before. Fighters who lose control of their money, who trust the wrong people, and who get trapped in the same lifestyle that once made them successful.
Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharpe's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're going to have to sell off your assets.
Floyd Mayweather empire once looked completely secure. He was known for having full control over everything, the story around him, the pace inside the ring, the money deals, and the whole event. But things now appear different. The exhibition fights no longer seem like a way to stay active, they look more like a need. His exhibition in Dubai against a little-known opponent was surrounded by rumors of payments that did not clear. The money from the Logan Paul fight has also been reported as still being disputed in court. Mayweather Promotions also seems quiet, with no major rising stars and no big pay-per-view events, only Floyd surrounded by close followers and unclear business ideas. There were also whispers that he got involved with NFTs during the 2021 boom and even promoted coins like Ethereum Max, which were later questioned for pump and dump behavior. This does not look like a retired legend making careful moves. It looks like someone trying to keep money flowing.
Everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game. I said, okay. I said, fighters fighting, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million, but I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibitions. So why would I come back and fight?
There is also the issue with his real estate. Reports claimed that several properties connected to Floyd were either being refinanced or had liens placed on them. One mansion in Las Vegas, worth millions, was said to be close to auction because of tax problems. Some sources also say Floyd may not fully own as many homes as he claims. A few of the properties are believed to be mortgaged rather than fully paid for. Foremost wealthy people, that would not be unusual, but Floyd built his image as the cash king, the man who carries duffel bags filled with huge amounts of money. It was also reported that the IRS came after him following the Conor McGregor fight, asking for a large share of taxes, which happened back in 2017.
I feel good, training hard. Did Floyd not take out his own jets?
Floyd got 3.
Yeah.
So Floyd's got the money he got, and he got
tax
2
problems. That's what he's got. Oh, stop.
Floyd.
7 years later, he is still accepting questionable exhibition offers involving Saudi influencers and little-known fight promoters. Oscar reaction does not seem personal. He appears to be watching a former champion slowly give away parts of the empire he once built just to keep going. Amir Khan has also spoken out and criticized Floyd Mayweather for openly supporting Israel and suggested that the reason may be financial rather than political or based on belief. In several comments that quickly spread across social media and boxing communities, Khan hinted that Mayweather might be receiving payment for publicly backing Israel during a time of serious global tension, while referring to the ongoing Israel-Gaza conflict.
Some say he's the greatest of all time.
Some do. The history book says that.
You want to go right now? We'll find out. Many say, it's like in davening, are you many or most? Everyone says.
Let's say 99.9.
99.9.
Canelo Alvarez, on the other hand, is not paying attention to any of it. He has completely moved forward with his career. When he was asked if he would consider a rematch or even an exhibition with Floyd, he simply laughed and clearly said no. It was not anger or disrespect, it was just lack of interest. Floyd did beat him, but that was when Canelo was only 23 years old, fighting under bright lights against one of the best defensive boxers ever. Since that time, Canelo has grown into the main star of boxing, winning titles in several weight divisions, fighting in places like Madison Square Garden and T-Mobile Arena, and filling huge stadiums in Mexico. Now he is focused on building his own legacy, and the old Mayweather-style path no longer matters to him because he is following a different vision built on loyalty to his team, tough opponents, and a clear goal to be remembered as one of the greatest fighters in history.
You fought Floyd Mayweather at what? You're 23?
23.
That's so fucking young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him because, if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience, he's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
For Canelo, Floyd recent actions mean nothing and only look like a distraction. His full focus is on Terence Crawford and the possibility of a huge fight that could shape this era of boxing. In that picture, there is no place for a rematch with a 48-year-old Floyd who seems more focused on filming promotions than preparing for real competition. Canelo is not insulting him or speaking with anger, but his message still feels strong. Floyd is no longer the standard in money, ability, or public image. The new generation of fighters does not need his approval, and Canelo team has created its own powerful path by building success step by step with every fight.
However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which made him have to come out of retirement.
What stands out even more is how Canelo treats boxing as a way to build a lasting legacy rather than just chase money. He lost to Floyd but turned it into a stepping stone instead of a wound. While Floyd was traveling to Tokyo for another high-paying exhibition against a small-time kickboxer, Canelo was busy unifying titles. Floyd may have started the trend of chasing big money, but Canelo is now showing the modern way for boxers to manage their careers, with focus, planning, and discipline. His wealth is not shown off loudly but is solidly built through real estate, tequila brands, business projects, and sponsorships. No flashy late-night social media displays with expensive jewelry, just steady, tangible results.
Into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
Pacquiao has turned down multiple offers for rematches in places like Saudi Arabia, Macau, and even the Philippines. There was big money offered, but he knows what those fights really are. Hollow contests with no titles, no serious competition, just nostalgia sold to the highest bidder. That is not Manny's style. He has moved into a life of service, running for president in the Philippines, building hospitals and operating clinics. He still trains and spars, but not for TikTok videos or crypto paydays. Right now, Floyd feels very different from an icon to him. The private jets, shopping sprees, flashy displays, and reported real estate buys all need constant money to keep going. And if the rumors are even partly true, Floyd's resources may be running low.
This coming
In
December.
the exhibition.
Oh, yeah, let me know about it. I wasn't aware of this.
With
in Japan.
no other
Guess who?
than
We're working on it. The opponent, like we're working with Mayweather.
Floyd
You're gonna do an exhibition
Mayweather
with
Jr.
Floyd.
Yes, you heard it. Floyd Mayweather
Mayweather
Jr.
Pacquiao. Why don't you do it for reals? I don't know.
We don't know.
Legal documents reveal that lawsuits are stacking up against Floyd. There are still disputes over the Logan Paul exhibition payment. A former TMT fighter has filed a suit for breach of contract. Inside Mayweather Promotions, there are reports of conflicts with key staff leaving or demanding unpaid wages. Trouble seems to be mounting for Floyd. For someone who once took pride in being the most precise and calculated businessman in boxing, this version of him now appears chaotic, careless, and backed into a corner.
Chilling in an EWV Rolls Royce. For those that don't know what an EWV is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need the leg room. I know I ain't that tall, about 5'8.5", some days 5'9", but it is what it is. Chilling, sitting right here watching the Thriller in Manila, Ali versus Frazier documentary. Come check it out.
Evan Haney used to look up to Floyd Mayweather. He spent time training at the Mayweather gym early in his career, learning defensive skills and developing a style often compared to Floyd for its patience and precision. But over time, Haney has become more critical of some of the flashy events and promotional choices linked to Floyd. In recent years, he has followed a different approach, focusing on long-term career impact rather than short-term popularity or money. Haney has unified lightweight titles and taken on high-risk fights even when the chances were against him. He has turned down gimmicky matchups and quick cash fights.
But soon as someone black, when my career is over as far as me in a combat sport, as far as boxing, whatever, if I'm promoting on social media or I'm doing exhibitions, it's like, oh man, he's broke. No, it's not a crime for them to make money. They don't say nothing about the guys that's 80 and 90 that's still making hundreds of millions and billions, but soon as somebody black does it, your people, your own people, say, oh, he's broke.
And while Haney has great respect for the older generation of fighters, he has said several times that aging boxers need to step aside and let the new era take charge. He didn't specifically mention Floyd, but his comments came soon after the Gotti 3 event, which made them noticeable. Haney believes good sportsmanship goes beyond the ring. Floyd shouldn't be showing off his wealth or making others feel beneath him, which is exactly what he does. All of this, Haney says, is catching up to him. Floyd's ongoing legal battles and media drama, according to Haney, are life teaching him a lesson.
He owes a bunch of gambling debts. Floyd, okay? And he tried to plant fake news out here saying that he was in downtown LA giving out money, and then he was at the, what do you call it, the basketball game. This is Floyd in Dubai. Yeah.
When Teofimo Lopez was asked about the criticism surrounding Mayweather, he took a more indirect approach. Lopez has never shied away from speaking out against what he sees as problems in boxing. He has called certain exhibition fights and staged events clown shows and bad for the sport. While he hasn't mentioned Floyd Mayweather by name, It's hard not to link his comments to the path Mayweather has taken since retiring. Shows like the Gotti 3 exhibition, which almost ended in a riot, seem to perfectly illustrate what Lopez is criticizing.
Did was breaking out of whatever contract he was in initially. He spent $750,000 to break out of his contract, and he's generated so much more money. His own promotion, the money team, he organizes his purse. Deep it. The fight he had with Oscar De La Hoya soon after he broke out that contract was $8 million. With no management team or whatever around him, that's 8 M's for him.
People say he's broke because of the lifestyle he lives, or he's a very big gambler and whatnot, this, that, blah, blah. But does the exhibition fights, people are like, oh, if you're not broke, why is he doing exhibition fights?
Lopez thinks these kinds of events hurt boxing's reputation and make fans respect the sport less. He often says boxing should focus on facing the best and earning your spot, not chasing viral fame or quick money. For Lopez, who beat Vasyl Lomachenko when few expected it and then faced criticism after losing to George Kambosos, the line between real competition and entertainment is important. He has also mentioned that retired fighters sometimes hold too much control behind the scenes through promotions or influence over matchmaking. Lopez believes the new generation of fighters shouldn't have to live in the shadow of legends, a clear reference to figures like Mayweather who still wield major influence without being active in the ring.
He went even further, citing rumors that Mayweather may have been the victim of a $402 million scam related to the Manhattan real estate deal. Smith proposed the question many are now wondering if Mayweather really is a billionaire, why is he still fighting guys with no professional boxing pedigree in venues that feel more like spectacle?
Lopez often shares these views in podcast interviews, not just at press conferences. In one episode, he made a comment that gained a lot of attention, saying these legends shouldn't act like Instagram comedians. Many saw it as a dig at Floyd Mayweather's habit of appearing in viral videos and promoting fights that don't hold real competitive value. Now, with reports suggesting Mayweather could be facing serious financial problems linked to real estate and brand mismanagement, Lopez's words seem more reasonable than controversial. He isn't criticizing for the sake of it. He's highlighting that long-term success in boxing comes from stability, not chasing attention.
You know, it's great and all when it was Floyd Mayweather. This is not Floyd Mayweather era. This is bringing back boxing to what it was before. The best fighting the best, whether they had a win or a loss.
Raleigh Romero began as one of the most promising fighters under Mayweather Promotions. For years he trained at the Mayweather gym, wore TMT gear, and often appeared in the background at Floyd's events. Lately, however, Romero has started to move away from that image. He now calls himself the most entertaining fighter in boxing, a phrase Floyd used in his prime, but without any direct link to Floyd. In interviews, Romero has suggested that older fighters shouldn't take up the spotlight if they aren't offering real competition. He emphasized that younger fighters need to create their own identity rather than being seen as someone's protege. While he hasn't said anything negative about Floyd, the distance is clear in his branding, tone, and presence.
Oh, I think that Floyd's, he's probably made about 60 million before in one night, but no, 100 million, 130 million, they just didn't have. I know that Floyd is still getting in there as recently as this weekend because he needed the money.
You think he blew through all of his money?
I'm claiming for you, he in his whole career has made about 100 million. People think he made 130 in a night. I'm sharing with you, he didn't. No boxer's ever made 130 million.
Raleigh Romero has responded quietly to the issue surrounding Floyd Mayweather by keeping his distance in a careful and consistent way. Though he came up under Mayweather Promotions and was once promoted as one of TMT's key personalities, the connection has faded without any formal statement. He is no longer seen with Floyd or wearing money team gear, and Mayweather has not been present at Romero's recent career highlights. This seems to be Romero's way of managing his own image while Floyd faces growing scrutiny, from criticism over his post-retirement exhibitions to reports of serious financial and legal problems, including a $400 million real estate collapse and multiple lawsuits. Romero says he doesn't see Floyd trying to cheat anyone, just a business going through rough days. You can't run a whole network of ventures perfectly, he notes, and he believes this is something Floyd can handle and recover from.
It's really a trick. He gets these people to box with him. They have no business boxing with him, and he's making millions and millions of dollars doing this way after his competitive career is over. Needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always.
Then there's Cole Motton, once seen as the next big star from the Mayweather camp. As a young fighter closely connected to Floyd, many expected him to rise quickly in the featherweight division. But things didn't go as planned. In 2023, he missed weight for a key fight, and the backlash was swift. What stood out most was Floyd's absence from the public response. In the past, Floyd would defend his fighters or at least address setbacks, but this time he stayed silent. That silence raised questions about how involved Floyd still is with his fighters.
So one day, somebody asked you, because you know I don't have social media on my phone. Yeah. So they showed me Eddie. Eddie was like, Floyd Mayweather ain't got no money. That's why he doing exhibition. No, Eddie don't believe that now.
Yeah. But Eddie will say some shit like that now.
Eddie will say some shit, but no, but one thing, don't worry about that. But me and Eddie got it clear.
Beyond Motton's incident, there are reports of disorganization within Mayweather Promotions. Some fighters say they haven't been paid, while others mention inconsistent communication from management. Motton's situation could be part of a larger problem with oversight and operations. Being Floyd's protege used to be a fast track to fame and success, but now, with growing concerns about TMT's long-term stability and questions about Floyd's finances and legal issues, that connection comes with risk. For Motton and other rising fighters, building independence early may be the safest move. What's your take on Floyd's situation? Do you think he can recover from his financial challenges?